Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this one we will be doing the gaming review for the iPhone 16. So this is the regular base model iPhone 16, not the Plus version, and this is 128 gigabytes. And this has the latest A18 chip from Apple, and so we're gonna play and test it in a bunch of different games. We'll putting it through its paces and we'll see how it goes. We will start with the obvious one, and the first one on the list, we got GTA San Andreas. So let's try that and we'll start it. The game that this GTA San Andreas and the Definitive Edition games.
5 years on the East Coast.
Let me crank down the volume real quick. The Definitive Edition games, GTA Vice City and San Andreas, they kind of, when I tested them on my 15 Pro Max last year, they kind of felt like they were running pretty smooth. I thought they were 60 FPS, but the games were later found out were only running on 30 FPS. So they're locked at 30 FPS. They won't be running at 60 FPS. So right now I have cranked the graphics to the highest. So it should be looking pretty good. As you can see, look at the beauty of that. Because the cutscene was so smooth, and let it bring up the controls and everything. Yeah, look at that. So it's pretty smooth. I'm not sure. I still feel like it's over 30 FPS, but I checked everywhere, and everywhere it says it's locked at 30 FPS. So I'm gonna stick with that, and let's check out the settings real quick. So if you see the graphics, the resolution I've cranked up to the max. So like the recommended resolution that the game suggests is right over around this part, like in the middle. So yeah, I'm just cranking it at the top, and we'll see how it goes. So far the animations are smooth. I'm able to change the camera angles, and let's go and get onto the bike. And we'll choose the slider, or I'll just choose the digital. Yeah, that's pretty much, that's better. And so if you look at this, like the quality of the game, it looks pretty good so far, and it's running so smooth. And so I'm gonna stop talking now and let you enjoy some gameplay. Crank up the volume.
Street, home. At least it was before I fucked everything up.
So far it's running smooth. I don't know, I still feel like it's over 30 FPS. If I decrease the resolution, it'll be much less crispy, but if you look at everything, it's running on like a mobile device. That this small little device it's running from, and so like the quality of the video game, it's super good. So if you play for extended periods of time, so right now I've been playing for about like 3 minutes, and no warming, nothing else. So this iPhone is super cool. And to be honest, I don't have any like infrared readers for the temperature. So that's why I'll just be feeling with my fingers, and I will be telling you if it's getting warm or anything. So let's close this one and move to the next one. So we keep on pushing it until it gets warm, and the battery is at 90%. I'm connected to the Wi-Fi. There is no SIM card inside it. And yes, this is a Canadian phone. I bought it in Canada, so that's why there is a SIM card tray. So the US version is all eSIM, so they don't have it. And there is that camera control button, I will call it, if Apple is refusing to. Let's run the GTA Vice City. And if you see that game mode on, so that's the feature of iOS 18. So that'll be like minimizing Oh my god. So game mode minimizes all the background tasks and like channels more energy and more power towards the process that's in the foreground, so like gaming. And let's resume and start from where we left off in the previous one, which is right just here, so there's no cutscene. And this one as well, I've cranked the graphics to the max, and this one was also recommended to be using like for about here, where I cranked them to the top. And let's get on this little scooter. So let's keep it digital, that's good. And this one, to me, it doesn't feel like, so because I've seen 30 FPS gaming, I play a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2 on my PS5. That's locked at 30 FPS. So I've played a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2 in 30 FPS, and this is, to me, this is not 30 FPS, but people are saying it's locked at 30 FPS. I'm not sure why. To my eyes, this is not 30 FPS. This is much more than that, because the smoothness that you get, I know the screens of these devices, the regular 16 and 16 Plus, I hate Apple for this. It's 2024 and this is close to $1,000 phone. The display is great, but it's the refresh rate that sucks. And it's only 60 Hertz. So far the game is running smooth, and I can feel that the phone is starting to get a little bit, close to this part right here. A little bit warm on this side. And over here it's super cool, super cool, super cool, warm, warmer. Yeah. So we'll keep on pushing it, and so we'll close this one after a ride, or maybe I hit someone, and then we will move towards the Genshin Impact. So we'll be cranking that one up to the max as well, and we will try and see if we get some good quality graphics and good frame rate in that, because that is a very, very demanding game. So yeah. So far this is smooth, the quality is good. You can connect a controller and it'll be much better experience. But yeah, if you don't want to, you can just play it like this as well. So that fella just jumped in front of the car. That's a woman. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty much it for this one. Let's move on to the Genshin Impact, fellas. And this one is a very, very demanding game, and we'll see how this one handles it. Yeah, this one more feels like this is much more snappier than that. So I think this will be hitting around 30 FPS. Oh, sorry, 60 FPS. So let's quickly check the settings on it. And we'll see what kind of settings do we have turned on. So if we go to graphics, and so current performance load is smooth and graphics are high, which are default. Brightness set to, brightness is, we will not be checking that. And FPS is set to 30. Oh my god, I was still feeling snappy. So I think my brain is not braining at this point. So to be honest, it's almost 1 a.m. in the morning. So yeah. So if we move it to 30 FPS, and you'll see from smooth it'll go, oh my god, it went to balanced. So we'll just leave the graphics, let's say graphics highest, we'll just leave them at high. So it says custom because we changed one of the settings below. Move to 60 FPS because locking frames at 60 FPS is important, because the phone screen cannot handle more than 60 FPS. So even the processor will work hard if I move it to like 120 FPS and push those frame rates, but the screen won't be able to keep up with it, so it won't be displaying anyways, so there is no point. So the graphics are decent as of now, and yeah, that's much smoother, everybody. So let's go somewhere else, and let's see if I can get out of this right here. Yeah, we got a library here. 。 The phone is let's crank down the volume. So the phone is pretty small, and with my big hands, it's pretty easy. So this the stereo speaker, one of them is in this earpiece, so which is good. If we hold it like this, you won't be covering it. But this part, it happens to cover this speaker right here. So just need to make sure that I'm holding it like this, so close to the microphone part, because this part right here is the speaker grill. So that kind of, so I like holding it like this, hold it like this. See the difference? Hold like this, hold like this. See? Yeah, that makes a huge difference if you're not using headset. So I recommend using your AirPods or even the wired earbuds. So right now for the playing, because as I told you that while I was downloading, so it get pretty warm. So right now it's handling pretty well. So we've thrown big titles on it. So far it's been 15 minutes and almost 16 minutes. Yeah. So this bottom part is cool. This is not warm at all. Over here it gets a little warm, and it's exactly the same as we measured the last time in Vice City. So exactly the same, nothing changed. And let's open another game, and all of these are open in the background. So obviously these are big games. iPhone won't be able to keep them in the background. Oh, this one is still there. Nice. Okay, so this one is still running in the background, and so it didn't get rid of it. Let's try the Vice City. So far that one is also open, so system didn't close it. So the big RAM, let me crank down the volume, sorry. So the big RAM upgrade, so this one has 8 gigabytes of RAM because of the Apple Intelligence, of course, but as in iOS 18.0, none of the Apple Intelligence features are available, so all that RAM is still vacant, so activities can use it. And because of the game mode is pushing good frames and stuff. Honkai Star Rail. So I've never played this game, but I've seen some good things, because I think this one was iOS Game of the Year of 2023. I've never played it. This one is also pretty big. This one was also close to that size, between 24 and 27 gigabytes. So we will play this one and we'll see.
When did the Antimatter Legion become so weak?
I could only attract this much. Did you really want the entire Legion to come here?
This lot won't be able to slow down the Astral Express crew.
Relax. A Doomsday Beast is also here.
So far it's been about 20 minutes since I've been running continuous games, like the heavy ones, and now, nope, no sign of warmth right here, no temperature up right here. All the temperature that's increasing is over here, but still the same as we tested in a GTA Vice City. So nothing has changed. But if I touch on these side rails, or this side, yeah, this side is a little warmer. This side is pretty normal temperature, like. And let's now go for the FS23. So that's the farming simulator from Giant Softwares. And this game on the mobile devices is known for being poorly optimized. So this one will not be running properly. So I've already tested it a lot of times before, and it never runs properly. I've even tried it on the M4 iPad Pro, and it still sucks in that. So if I show you all the settings, graphics set to medium, so medium graphics, and there will be a lot of lag here and there. So like graphics are not even that high. So if I like looking somewhere else, like it takes so much time to load stuff. See, like the frame drops sometimes really quick. You can just see it in there. Let's just quickly go to a tractor. This is our harvester right here, top liner, dude's far. Let's crank up the graphics and see what happens, right? Let's go to very high. Look at that. This is like not even keeping up like 30 FPS. It's like seriously frame dropping this time. So I'd say if you want to play Farming Simulator, get a PlayStation or an Xbox, or get into PC gaming. So it'll be much better experience. So let's move to the star of the show, one of my favorite games that I play a lot, PUBG Mobile. To be honest, no one plays at Ultra HDR settings. Everybody who plays this game seriously want to get some kills and wins. Everybody plays at smooth and high frame rate. But in this one, we're testing if this iPhone can handle Ultra HDR in ultra frame rate settings. So if it can, then definitely on smooth it'll be a better experience. But still, if you want to buy a phone solely for gaming, or if you're a serious phone gamer, I'll suggest go for the Pro version, not for the regular. But if you're just like a casual gamer, this is a great phone. And if you want a better battery life, you'll definitely be going for the Plus version. And 128 gigabytes of storage is not gonna do it in 2024, so definitely go for the 256 gigabytes model if you can. So at this time, so I don't have anything to measure it, I'm saying it again, but I am feeling it. I'm not wearing like this phone is not wearing a cover or a case, so at the bottom it's like super cool, not even warm. This part not even warm at all. So over this part not warm at all. So if you rub your finger on this side, it's a little bit warm. As so far I'm testing it, and we're playing some games. Let's check out the battery, and in 30 minutes from 90 to 83, so drained 7% battery in 30 minutes. So you can take a pretty good guess. Let's land here. So look at those graphics. So usually, even when I've played on my 15 Pro Max, I play at smooth graphics. So everyone who plays like competitive games like this or FPS games, they always play at like low graphics and high frame rate. So, but if you play at high graphics, this game is super good. Like look at those textures and everything looking so sharp, so realistic. So this is really good to see. But if you wanna play at higher FPS, then you're still limited to 60 FPS because of the screen of this device. Let me go there. Yeah, buddy, lightweight. So let's crank down those graphics. Let me see if I am able to do it. So I'll have to apply it. I'll have to go here and apply that too. So now it'll stay like that. So now we'll have to restart the game. So we'll just start the match, but it'll still, even if you choose the extreme frame rates, it'll still be maxing out at 60 FPS because again, the frame or the screen of this phone, the panel, is only capable of 60 hertz. So this is not, but look at that color, everybody. This is a beautiful finish and an awesome color. So this part right here, so I have set it up for smooth, and we have joined another game. So this is smooth and the frame rate is set to extreme. So this is, I think, pushing constant 60 FPS, and the ping, if you can see, ping is 32 milliseconds, so which is super awesome. But still, if you're a serious gamer, I'm just keeping on repeating myself, if you're a serious gamer, go for the Pro model, don't go for this one. But if you're just a casual gamer, then this will definitely be a sweet spot and save some money. And yeah, like much better experience. And still, the continued session, we've been playing for about 37 minutes. And oh, this is now this is getting cooler, so this is not as warm as it get in Genshin Impact and GTA Definitive Editions. So PUBG is much more like, I would say, optimized game. So it's taking advantage of the processor and the graphics processing unit in this phone in a really, really nice manner. So obviously this is one of the best things that I can imagine for this one. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And let's quickly see if the other things are still open. So Genshin Impact got refreshed because this was an online game, so I don't expect it to be open. Oh, the farming simulator is still open if you want to jump in that. And let's check out the GTA San Andreas, that got refreshed. GTA Vice City, I think that got refreshed too. Yep, so these are pretty big games. iPhone won't be keeping them in the running in the background when it's handling much heavier other applications. So this is where you have it, folks. So if you're a casual gamer or even like a serious gamer, but you still, I don't know if you're a serious gamer if you don't care about the 60 FPS screen, but still, if you play a lot of games on your iPhone 16 or 16 Plus, you should be fine. The battery, let's check that. So as you can see, 39 minutes. And we started at around 90, so 39 minutes, chewed up around 10-11% of the battery from the 16. So if you're going for the 16 Plus, the battery life will be better on that one. So obviously this is a wonderful phone. iOS 18 and the A18 chip is an absolute beast. So good luck.